Right, the compact's back in the garage. I'm doing a little bit of preventative maintenance before the next drift day. So what I've done is I've just taken out the hubs and the control arms. If I just quickly show you why I'm doing it. So for extra lock on these knuckles, uprights, whatever you want to call them, I've used these kind of brackets, which in essence do the exact same thing as cut knuckles, but obviously it's a bit more of a bolt-on mod. Now, I don't know if you can make it out, but it started to bend. So my thinking is that's only going to get worse, and it's going to mean I'm going to start to get stress fractures along this edge. So I don't really want to lose my steering whilst driving, so I'm going to put a set of cut knuckles that I've had for a while sat. They're fine, they just need a bit of a clean up, but these I got these from Wizards of Lock. I've got a set of these on my 36 as well, so they're tried and tested. But yeah, I'm not really happy with that, so whilst I'm doing some stuff I thought I might as well take these off, put the cut knuckles on, and I've got some E46 extended control arms with E46 ends that are currently sat on the 46 coupe, so that's going nowhere anytime soon. So I'll take them off that, put them on that. That should give me a bit more of a spaced out track, which should equate to a bit more lock as well, so happy days. What else? I'm going to try and change the rear springs on these because they're not low enough for me. I'm not really happy with the spring rating either. So also these control arms are getting thrown in the bin. Well, actually, technically speaking, I'm not going to throw them in the bin, I'm just going to leave them as spares. But I've got some, I think, PMC control arms, and they're significantly more beefy than these eBay jobbies, which keep snapping on me. Hence I've got one red one and one black one. So change the control arms. I need to sort out that CV gator because it slipped off when that one broke, and I had about 45 degrees of camber negative. So yeah, suspension, control arms, and then I've got some arches to fit because running a 7.5, 8.5 inch rear alloy with a 225 45 17 tyre, I can't get the camber at zero because it just rubs too much. So I've got a little bit of negative camber, which is obviously affecting tyre wear. So I'd like to run zero camber. So the only way to do that is to, and run that tyre wheel combination, is to cut the arches. So I'm going to cut the arches quite dramatically, quite high up, and then fit some fender flares. So it's just these, nothing fancy, just to give me a bit more clearance and allow me to run 0 degrees rear camber. So I've got to set these for the rear and the front, because obviously the front's going to get spaced out a bit more. Now we're going to have a bit more track width with the extended control arms. So yeah, that should be it. Anyway, as usual, I'm going to crack on and I will update you on progress. Right, all back in now. As you can see, control arms, tie rods, hubs, etc, all back in. These are the E36 extended arms, and they're extended by about 30 to 40 mil. These rear lollipops are from an early E46 because they're a smaller diameter on the bush than the later E46, so they allow you to fit an E36, I believe it's M3 eccentric bush. So obviously this offset bushing gives you more caster, which helps with self-centering. These tie rods are from an M3, E46 M3, so they're a bit longer than the standard E46 ones. And then the knuckles are the cut knuckles I got from Wizards of Lock, so that's kind of it, all back together again. I'm only using these now as a bit of an upgrade because obviously I wasn't happy with the metal ones, they were starting to bend. So rather than wait for them to break, I use this as an opportunity to do a bit of preventative maintenance and a bit of an upgrade, if you want to call it that. I've got a Centre Pod day booked soon, so I'll be able to test it out then, so it should be quite interesting to see how the kind of extended track width and more lock affects how it drives. We'll see. Now, to get this under tray back on, because of these lollipops, they're not just this round section here. They kind of, I'll try and show you as best as I can. At the bottom you can see they go down this little bit here. Now this won't clear it, so I've had to in essence cut a hole in the top of this for this to go into. And you could ask yourself the question, well, you don't really need this brace, and to answer, I'd probably agree. But having had my drift day in the past cut short by a rogue cone coming up and hitting the coming up and hitting that belt, I like to actually run an under tray. So I'm going to run that as a stamp guard, and then that tray, which obviously covers this front section, doesn't affect ground clearance, so you might as well run it. Simply it gives you the bottom of the engine and stuff, radiator, etc, a level of protection. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of it for this update. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you up on the next update. Cheers, bye.